All right, so we're going to talk about our favorite subject when it comes to starting a carpet cleaning business. How much do I charge? How much do I charge per room? There's different ways to charge for carpet cleaning, but one of the most popular ways of doing it is just charging by room. It keeps it simple, although others do by square foot. But in my case, I do by room also. Okay, so there's different things to think about though, so we're going to get into that. If you don't mind, go ahead and subscribing down below. Hit that like if you like this content, and hit the bell too. That way you can see the new videos. So yes, there's different factors when it comes to pricing, and I'm going to tell you exactly what I charge now that I've been in business full time for just over 8 years now, and the progression that I had to get to where I'm at now. So there's a couple factors that you have to really think about. One of the factors is, where are you located? I did a video recently, it was a short I believe, location, location, location. So location has a lot to do with the services you offer and the prices that you're going to charge. So location matters, guys. I live in California. I live in California closer to the beach, right? Closer to the ocean. So in California, the further you go inland, the cheaper things are as far as housing, gas, and prices for services like carpet cleaning. But I live close to the coast, so my prices are going to be a little bit higher than most people. But there's ways you can figure out exactly where to price. All right, so there are some mistakes that people do make when it comes to starting their own carpet cleaning business. And one of the mistakes is charging too low. They think, listen, I'm going to be the lowest guy in the area, right? Everybody's going to call around and they're going to call me and they're going to use me because I'm so cheap. And so they start out really low and they start getting calls, right? And they start finding out that these jobs that they're getting, a lot of them are just so tough. I mean, extreme cleaning type of stuff. Rat nasties, what we call in the industry. So they get into that and they're taking 2-3 times long to clean this carpet than they really should have. So that was one mistake by pricing too low. Pricing too low isn't always going to get you those, but it's not going to really get you those repeat customers either. Yes, they might hire you the first time, right? And it may be for a really filthy carpet, and you might do a good job on it, but the only reason why they hired you is because of the price. They're not going to remember you next year, because usually those type of customers don't clean once a year or twice a year or once every 5 years. Okay, that's why it gets so bad. So pricing too low is a no-no. Okay, it may get you a lot of jobs. It may, if you're doing a lot of advertising via social media and stuff like that, but it's not going to keep your business running. All right, it's not going to create a good foundation for your business. Why? Because your customers are your foundation, and the more they remember you, the stronger your foundation is. The more they remember you, the stronger your foundation is. That means eventually you're not going to have to advertise if you don't want to. Like if you keep it small, right, and you're not planning on expanding your business, like adding new vans and stuff like that, when you do that, you're going to have to advertise. Scaling takes advertising. But if you're, owner operator, you get to a point, you're just your family business, that you don't have to, right? But that's your choice. Expanding your business, no matter where you're at in life, that's something you need to check off, whether you want to do that or not. So there's also people that they charge too much. That statement there is kind of a catch 2020, all right? Because it's not really true. Because if you're giving quality service, right, people will pretty much pay whatever you charge, unless it's totally outrageous. So charging too much, yeah, it can be when it comes to actually charging by, say, somebody calls you and says, I need 3 rooms done. And you say, well, it's $200 per room. Yeah, they could probably call somebody else, right? Um, Unless you know that client's home is awful, right? It's extreme cleaning and it's going to take you 3 times longer and there's red stains everywhere, So there's a reason for pricing high. So in certain situations, you have to price high. But when you're first starting out in business, it's not smart to start too high, okay? Because you're going to get a lot of price shoppers, and you're going to get a certain percentage of them that are going to call strictly on price, right? So if you say that you're $50 a room, say, all right, I'm going to call around. I'll call back if we want to use you. They're going to find the guy that's doing $40 a room or $30 a room, and they're going to hire them, right? But there's going to be still people out there that think that that $50 room is pretty much comparable to what they paid last time, so go with you. But if you're, at $80 a room, whatever, $90 a room, and they're the price shopper type, you're going to close a lot less of those calls, okay? So pricing too low is a no. It's not going to build you a good foundation. Pricing too high at the beginning is it's risky, it's kind of a how bad do you need the work kind of deal, right? If it's just a side hustle, you don't need that much, stick to your guns, fine. Because there are people that will pay premium prices. So depending on the location you're at, right, depends on how much you should charge. So there's research you can do that you can call around to your competitors and and find out what they're charging, and find out the competitors that actually got a good reputation, right? A lot of reviews, you can tell that they got a lot of happy customers. Those people are usually charging premium prices, and you want to be right around there starting out. All right, don't undersell yourself. So many people undersell themselves. They think I'm new, I'm just learning this, and so maybe I'll start really low because I don't want to feel like I'm robbing these people. No. Carpet cleaning is not rocket science. Okay, I teach you in Green Rhino Academy how to clean carpets, and I make it as simple as it really is. Simplicity is the key. Don't overcomplicate things. All right, and one thing you don't want to do is undersell yourself. Okay. You are the superhero carpet cleaner to come to save the day and make this old nasty carpet look almost new again. And that's your job. And so underselling yourself usually has you charging too low. So now I'm going to get into what I charge per room at this point of my business. When I first started business, I was at $30 a room because I went through that whole underselling myself and trying to be the lowest carpet cleaner in an area until, so I can get that phone to ring like crazy, which it never did, right? Any more than it did when, I was a higher price carpet cleaner. So I did that, and finally it was scary, and I moved it up to 40. I was a $40 room guy for a couple of years. I was scared to go any higher than that. But finally, as my foundation started getting stronger, and I found that I don't have to advertise as much anymore, and a lot of these calls coming in are repeat customers. The word's getting around, my reputation's getting good. I went ahead and upped it to 50. Guess what, guys? Every time I upped it up, nothing changed as far as me making more money. Okay, there's always going to be price shoppers, and there was always going to be people that would use me. And I made sure I provided excellent service, and they were always happy. All right, so after the $50 room guy, I changed up my pricing plan a little bit, the way I priced over the phone, a strategic way of pricing, to where they really didn't know how much I charged per room. And by the way, guys, you never want to tell your customers how much you charge per room anyway. You just want to tell them the final total, okay? But after breaking it down and simplifying my prices for the software that I use for my company, like my quote calculator. All right, my quote calculator that I use on my website. It gives them a quote and sends them the schedule. Okay, so I wanted to make the quote calculator really simple. I didn't want to ask how you have a living room, hallway, because that's how I did it. I charge different for your first bedroom. I charge so much for a living room and additional bedrooms. It would be different price, hallways, right? So I kind of broke it down to a room. So what I charge now for a room is $70. $70 per room. Now, if I would have heard that when I first started, I would have been like, what the heck? $70? There's no way around here. I hear that all the time. Around here. Okay. So $70 per room is what I charge. Now, I never tell the customer that I charge $70 per room. I never do that unless they ask. I will tell them. All right, well, basically it's $70 per room. How many rooms you got? I'll ask them how many rooms they have that need to be cleaned, including hallways, standard size hallways, and I'll do the math. Then I'll ask them, and if they say they got a short hallway, I do charge less for that. So, and that's pretty much it. I keep it simple nowadays, all right? And I've always kept it simple, but my pricing structure was a little strategic, but I still closed most of my leads. And in this way, just for quote calculator purposes, I made it even simpler. Went ahead and went by per room, so $70 per room, which actually I've been charging that for the last 2 years, right? Because my pricing formula equaled $70 per room. All right. Yeah, you can do some math and figure that stuff out. All right. So yeah, I'm at $70 per room, guys. So if you guys are thinking about, you're a $40 a room guy and you're thinking about moving it to $50 a room, right? And you're like, I don't know if they'll do it. Trust me, guys, nothing's going to change. Nothing's going to change. You might lose a couple lowball customers, price shoppers, maybe a few more. But honestly, guys, those people are not going to like $40 a room either. Okay? So don't be scared. Just go ahead and take that leap. Jump right in. All right? Just do it. Just like I did. I was nervous too. See, that's the thing about Green Rhino Academy. I've been through this journey already. I've been through all this already. So what I teach is what I know that everybody's going to be going through in their process of building their own business. That's what I teach. It's different from anything out there. Okay? And I also come from a place of I never thought that I'd ever have a business that would excel the business at all and be doing so well as it is now. I came from a kind of a hopeless background. So when I talk to people, I act like I'm talking to me back when I was hopeless. I had nothing going for me. Okay? I never thought I'd be in front of a camera talking to complete strangers, right? And post it on YouTube so everybody can judge me. Yeah, judge me. But I did. And yeah, so Green Rhino Academy has that kind of foundation in it, right? So if you guys are trying to start a carpet cleaning business, of course, below all my videos, there's a link. And you can check that out for Green Rhino Academy. And I'll tell you what I offer in my training. And also for the people that are in business already, carpetcleanerhelp.com got all kinds of useful tools to help scale your business and grow your business and just make it run like a machine. Like the quote calculator, like my newest product, Missed Call Text Back, combined with AI, right? It's amazing. It's better than voice AI. All right. So that's it, guys. I'm not going to bore you with all that stuff, but I hope that you lost the nervousness of moving up in prices, because I'm charging $70 a room, guys. And nothing changed from when I was charging $50 a room, except I make more money every year that goes by. All right. So if you like this comment, That's how I'll say it. If you like this, comment below and let me know. Let's get some conversation going. Let's get these videos some traction so more people can see it. And don't forget to hit that bell, guys, because I got a lot of people that watch my videos, but not everybody's subscribing. I don't know if they realize that. So subscribe, hit that bell when the new ones come out, and we'll see you in the next one.